Yo, what's going on, guys? This is your voice from Reactions here, back with another video, and today we're going to talk about the travesty of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Today, we were embracing the full tank mode, and I cannot believe what the Toronto Maple Leafs have done in this week's games.
They can't get anything right anymore.
They started losing. We were great losing. It was great. And then now they're starting to pick up points, which is beyond confusing because they look like they don't want to get anything. They don't want to get a first round pick.
This is the Leafs' motto. When you want them to win, they lose. When you want them to lose, they win. That is the Leafs, and let's get into it. Here we go.
So, where do we start? We start right here with the Carolina Hurricanes. We lost 4-3 in overtime against the Carolina Hurricanes at home. In overtime, where we pick up a point, when we shouldn't be picking up a point. Okay, but then they finally do something right. They lose to the Ottawa Senators, not picking up a point. 5-2 loss to the Ottawa Senators. But then they decide, you know what, screw losing, screw picking up 1 point, we're going to pick up a whole 4 points because they win against Boston, 4-2 against Boston, they win against New York Rangers, they win 4-3, now we picked up 4 points in the standings.
If I had to pick one game for them to lose, it would have been the Rangers, because the Rangers are our team we're currently battling with bottom 5 in the league. That's not a game you wanted to win, you wanted to lose. But whatever, we need to lose the game against the Blues on Saturday. No ifs, ands, or buts.
When you want to win, they don't win. When you want them to lose, they don't lose. It's amazing how we feel because now, guess what? Now we're in 21st overall in the league.
So bad.
And we are far away from the top 5 draft
That is 11 spots away. Well, that's 11 spots away from the bottom of the league, but like,
I mean, keep going up. I mean, I don't care. Keep going up, I guess.
They're too far to make the playoffs. They're 10 points out of a playoff spot with more games played, so it's like without of the question. And we have 11 games left in the season, so making the playoffs is out of the question. But making the bottom 5 of the league is in the question, but they're making it way too difficult. I don't know why it has to be so damn complicated. The 5th bottom place team, which is the St. Louis Blues, sit at 69 points, nice, with 70 games played, right? Okay.
I mean, if you want to keep winning, that's fine. Keep winning.
6 points difference.
Keep winning, because now if you keep losing, it's just going to be worse positioning. Keep winning. I'm going to say this right now, I'd rather be in the middle chunk where there's not a good pick and it's not a bad pick to give up. Keep it somewhere in the middle then.
Because if they tank, they have to go all the way. If they don't get that top 5 pick, that we're giving Boston, who's in the playoffs, a top 10 draft pick in the draft.
They ain't gonna do it. So just keep winning, I guess.
I guess it's just gonna be whatever happens, and I feel like it's just gonna be a waste.
This is a pathetic sadness. Well, hold on a second. If we're being honest here, we are technically, if you want to say 18th, because the first top 18 teams, I think, make the playoffs. Technically, if we're going by these standings, we are 4 points out of a playoff spot.
Wrong.
But because we're in the Atlantic Division, we would actually be fighting for a playoff spot.
Never mind that, just the East. in itself.
Just the East in itself, it's terrible, but
we have 75 points, and the second wild card team in the West has 77
We
points.
would be in a wild card spot right now, competing for the first wild card spot. That's how insane these divisions are. The West is absolute garbage. Now, we would be in a playoff spot. 2 points in a playoff spot in the wild card in the West, but we're not.
The second place, the second place wild card team in the East, the Ottawa Senators with 85 points, has more points than all of the teams in the Pacific, and and literally there's only 3 teams better than the Ottawa Senators, who are the second wild card in the East, and that is Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota. Those are the only Western teams better than Ottawa. How does that make any sense? I want to know, because I have no idea.
Doesn't make sense, but hey, we're not in the business of making sense.
No.
But that's what's been going on with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now we go on to what's going to happen next. We go on.
To the Blues. We have the big game against the Ducks on the 30th.
Oh, I want to see some fights on that game, eh? I don't want to see nothing about, we tried, we didn't want to defend. You got to throw hands with Radko Gudas that game. Nothing
100%.
else matters. No 2 points. Just wrestle the man. Just beat up that man. Make sure you get game misconduct. I don't care if all Toronto Maple Leafs players are gone in the locker room because they got a game misconduct. You fight Radko Gudas with a passion. Then we face off with the San Jose Sharks on the 2nd, then the 4th versus the LA Kings, both away games, and that would be it for the week.
I don't know what to expect from this Toronto Maple Leafs team. When we always want them to win games, they find a way to lose them, and now that we actually want them to lose, they're finding a way to get points. It makes absolutely no sense, but like he said, we're in the business of making no sense.
That's what the Toronto Maple Leafs are.
Very good.
Well,
very nice.
That's it for today's video, guys. If you want to like, comment, subscribe.
Nothing much to say more than just lose.
I guess lose, or win. Just keep winning.
We'll see.
That's it for today's video, guys.